Alright, so now that I got that, the other one is probably on top of the car. All I'm gonna do, slowly pull it off. Now, if you look inside of here, it's asking for the heated steering wheel. This one doesn't come with a heated steering wheel, so that's probably one of the reasons why. But the other one does not. But since this clock spring is already programmed, well, this one is broken. This clock spring is broken, but this one is already programmed to the car. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna see if once we remove the clock spring from the switcher, then that should basically have some of the commands come back to the car, and hopefully that should let it work. So I'm gonna try to switch these two out and then we go. So we're gonna try it to see if it's gonna work. All right, so the only thing I know is you have this one screw right here. It's a really long screw to pull out. And all of this, I'm just trying to take my time so I don't shift the clock spring any at all. All right, so see the screw? All right, so I just gotta move this one piece. I'm gonna get a flat head. All right, so I'm trying to handle it with care, but you pop one side off. That's one side. You pop the next side off. That's it. And then you just pop the front side off. Now this side is going to be a little bit harder to come out. The reason being because all the pins are right there. So now that we got the clock spring off, I'm going to set it right here, and then we're going to get the original back. And then we just got to be careful of these to make sure that we put it back the same exact way. So what I'm looking at too is this is the original one that we pulled off, and then we have the 4 down here, 3 right here, right? But we have that 2 over here. So that 2 over here is for the heated steering wheel. So now what I'm going to try to do is still leave it right there and then switch it out and then see if we're going to still have the same issue come again. All right, so now I have the original, right? Okay, so at least you see that this doesn't even, is not even on here. So that will probably help us out too, because it's not gonna go into anything that's gonna call for that. So put this piece back in, center it. Once we center it, just like that, and look at everything, make sure everything looks good. And then all I'm just gonna do is just slide it in. All right, so now I'm just looking to make sure everything is in. Okay, everything is in. So now all I'm gonna do is move this one out the way, come back right here and push it down. So you heard the 2 back, and then the front went in also. So if you look, one clip right there, one on this side is in, and the other one on this side. Like I said, I'm trying to take my time so I don't mess up anything with the center of the clock spring. Now I'm gonna put this screw back in. All right, so I'm not going to tighten that too tight, but yeah, that's everything. We should be good. Oh, one last thing that's left for me to do is to remove the back piece of this, because I want to put it onto this one. So all right, so put that down, flip this over, and it should have like a groove where everything should go into, because once you slide it down, and then that's the groove right there. So everything is in now. What I am gonna do is put it back on the car. As I said, I'm trying my best not to mess this up. So we're gonna put it back on the car, screw in everything, then I'll test everything and then see how it looks. Let's go. All right, so now that everything is back on, all right, so now that is there, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down. It's not turning or anything. All right, cool. So that is tightened down. Our next thing now is to plug back this in. It's plugged in. You hear it clipped in. Then push that red tab in, and then do your little pull test. Make sure don't pull too much on the wires, because what you don't want to do is start pulling the wires out of the connector, and then now you got to worry about repinning, depinning, and repinning wires again. All right, I'm almost done. This just takes a lot of time, and I'm doing all of this with the battery off, because what the last thing I want to do is to do it while the battery's on and then risk blowing the airbag. So only thing as I said, we should have that traction light. We're gonna have that traction light, and we're gonna have that EPS light, because I disconnected the clock spring, and since disconnecting the clock spring is probably gonna cause that, because now the car is gonna need to be recalibrate back to like make sure to know, hey, if this is perfect center.